All right, so I'm going to walk you through just about every area of the website. So to log in, you just go to, well, you'll go to WisePR, wisepublicrelations.com in the future. And then if you were to hit escape, then you'll get your login information. Now and then your login will be WisePR admin, and the password, well, you'll probably change that. So, but anyway, there we go. And so we talked about how when you're logged in, there's some spacing differences. When you're in content edit mode, things kind of move around a little bit, but you should be able to control almost every area of the site at this point. So let me just start here. So if we go to content mode here on the home page, you can click edit on this tagline area, and that's an H2 heading. And just FYI, you can click over here to the HTML view, and you can see that that's wrapped with that heading 2 is what that is. Or if you're in this WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get mode, you can click in here on the text, and it'll actually show you way down here. It'll say H2. So that'll have to happen here. And if this content gets larger, we'll have to make adjustments. So I mean, if you want like 3 lines or just 1 line, then we could, make necessary adjustments to resize some things. Then the container immediately below it, there's really nothing editable in this container. FYI, if you hit the plus sign in the upper right of any one of these windows, it'll enlarge the edit container full screen there for you. But everything on this page is considered code, and there's a lot of code here. So if you do have to make any changes to this, then I would highly suggest like selecting all, and then copying this somewhere and then pasting it somewhere else, or email it to yourself, copy me, whatever you want to do, just to kind of have like a safety copy of that. I try to do that continually as I work, to try and paste things locally. But anyway, there's a few other areas on the website that are also editable with code only, and if you try and edit and save in like your WYSIWYG mode, it'll kind of kill it. So if you were to edit anything in this panel in WYSIWYG and hit save, it would probably strip out the entire thing. So that's probably not good. But anyway, let's see. So I guess let's jump to the About Us page, and then we can kind of hit on the home page content when we get to the blog and the other journal there. But so when we're on the About page, we can scroll down, see all the content. Then your leadership areas, if you click these, then you get the little pop-up container. You can kind of scroll through that content. I added your LinkedIn information, and then Jeff's is also in there, his LinkedIn. I searched and found that. So and if you have a title for Jeff, certainly let me know. This would be one of those areas that you just want to be really careful when editing this page. You can certainly, well, I would suggest, like, when you're in this About page, this is the only other one. This and the homepage content is I would do this in the HTML mode. And I'm going to copy this one again just so I have it, and then I can save these when we're done here. But just kind of like a local backup again. So anyway, the content for these, once you switch over here to this raw HTML, that's what you'll want to edit. So if you want to change this content, it should be pretty simple to do. You can kind of see that the page is the heading 2, and then these P's stand for paragraphs. So you can kind of see how the page is built that way. And then here's where we kind of get into the thicker code, I guess. But each one of these containers this like box 1, box 2, or what appears at the bottom. So here's the Harrison one, and here's the Jeff one. And then it basically says that if you click this box 1, it's going to open up this pop-up, is what's happening here. So here in box 1, we've got, you know, Harrison and title, and there's the photo that's pulling in, and then the size of the photo. And I've got this commented out, but if you wanted to add, you know, like a PDF resume or something like that, you can do that. But right now it's hidden, so that's commented out, not visible. And then LinkedIn information, and then all of the content on the bio there. And then box 2 is Jeff's information with all the same information. So once we get his title, then it needs to be added down here in this box, and then up here in this box. Where would it be? There it is. So that's kind of basically all there is to these. I mean, if you just need to kind of correct something or add, you know, like change a sentence, you could probably do it in this area here, and then just hit save, and you know, just let me know if you have questions on that. Though I can help you with those changes if you think it may be a little advanced or whatever. And then our clients, these areas here. So what I did is I went ahead and split it out to show featured clients, which we have news journals for each of these. So these are kind of like case studies. And I went ahead and put on there, click for case study, and then all the past client logos are also down here. So I can show you how to edit these, and then I'll hop over and show you kind of where that news information is. But so let's go to edit this page, and this one you can do in the WYSIWYG mode. What you see is what you get, because we're actually using all Squarespace photos and things, or you know, like the whole image upload process goes on in here. If you wanted to add more of these featured ones, you probably would be best to switch over here to code just to see kind of what's going on with it. It's really hard to see on some browsers. Let's see. There we go. So when we make it larger, it's certainly a little easier to see what's going on there. But so basically there's a table up here, and then so there's like 3 columns with the table, and then each column has an image, and then it's the same. I wonder if I can turn off spell check. Here we go. There we go. It's the same down below where we kind of said past clients, and then we have a table, and then all of this content goes within the table. I don't know if you have access to like an HTML editor, but things like this, it'll actually appear a lot more clearly if you were to copy this out. And if you have access to like a Dreamweaver or something like that, I use a program called Espresso, and you can kind of see in here that things are a little easier to see, and certainly you can kind of select entire rows and do things like that. But anyway, so what I've done at the very bottom of this document down here is I have these commented out, and there's placeholder images in here, so I can show you roughly how to add these. I'll just go ahead and take this comment back out, which will reveal these images kind of down below on the bottom here, these fake images. So what we'll do is if you have some new logos to upload, I'll go grab a logo and show you here. So one thing to keep in mind is our 150 pixel square image. We're using that all over the site. So each one of these logos is that size. The images that appear on the home page are that size, and your bio photos are also that size. So it kind of makes things consistent. If you have an editor, then you can kind of deal with those kind of things on your program or whatever. But all right, so I went ahead and upload, or I went ahead and grabbed another fake logo here. So I'll just go ahead and show you. If you browse to one of these trees, then you just say add Squarespace, you know, editing stuff. You hit edit. You can say upload, browse for it. I think I have a, yeah, there it is. And then I'm storing these in like clients. There's a folder in here. It's called clients, and you say upload. And there's your new client. And then actually we'll probably want to put a link on there. Not sure, I guess google.com for now. And then I'm opening all of these logos up. When someone clicks it, I'm doing that in a new window. And we'll say save close. And there's one more step, but I'll show you what needs to be done here in a sec. So it shows up there, but you can see it doesn't have this effect yet, the same as the others. So what we'll do is, all we have to do is make it align left. Again, using another Squarespace edit kind of tool. So if we say left, then hit save close, it'll have that same shadow. Then you can kind of continue that with the others, and you can kind of, you know, finish all that out. If you wanted to populate these three and then hide these three down here, I can show you how to do that again. Hopefully you can hang on to this video for a while. Let's see here. Oh, HTML mode. And so here's the one we just added. So this TR is a table row, and T body is a table body. So what we have here is basically and TD is table data. So this table data is what contains the Mercedes logo and the link that goes to google.com. There's a couple things you could do here. I mean, if you want to keep like one hanging down there, like our Mercedes one, if you do this left bracket, then an exclamation, and then dash dash, that's the beginning. And then down here, I guess it would be, yeah, down here after that row. Actually, we need the row, so it would be right there. We would go ahead and say dash dash bracket to close that. And what this will do is this will hide content, so you can put whatever HTML or any kind of content in there, and it'll hide that. And if we hit save and close, we should still have the Mercedes logo. Oops, I guess I messed it up. This is why kind of using an external editor is sometimes a good thing, because you can see things a little more clearly than you can in here. But let's see. Table data, table data. Looks like we have 3. I guess I see where it is here. There's just an extra cell there that shouldn't be there. So anyway, there we go. So we're going to go table row, and then inside that is a TD all the way through. So that's basically all there is to that. I'll go ahead and comment out this whole section, and we can carry on from there. All right. So then, if I follow one of these links, let's take this first link here, and so we'll hop over to one of the case studies. So we're on in the news section now, and this is where things get a little tricky. Just because we're kind of also populating the home page with some of this content. We've also added a PDF for people to download here, but it's really not too difficult when you kind of understand where things are going and how things are handled here. And so it'll be a lot easier to kind of look at one of these, and then you could almost copy what's here and then paste it into something new if you want. Certainly, you know, when you're going to be creating new content, since this is a journal, you could post a new entry and just keep it unpublished, you know, as you're creating it, basically. But let's go ahead and look at this one since we're here. And so we'll just go into modify. And so this is, typical blog post kind of scenario. I'll go ahead and expand this, make it a little bigger. But what we have here is the obviously the image, and then immediately afterwards we went ahead and we have an image here with the PDF linked that's aligned to the right, and then we have all the other content. And then we also have the other image that's populating out to the home page, which I showed you that yesterday, but I'll go ahead and walk through this now. So it's probably easier to see at this point if we just kind of switch over here to code mode. And so this whole top line, that's the logo. The second line here is the PDF. Actually, it's second and third. And then the whole document. And then the last line is that other image, that alt image that's feeding the home page. So if we come back here, I'll go ahead and create a new one based on this. And what I could do, since I'm in HTML mode now, is I could just select all and copy. And then I can say cancel here. And we can say post new entry. And I'll uncheck published. And this is our test entry, whatever we want to call that. So that's test entry. And then we switch it back to HTML just to paste. And then we can go back to WYSIWYG here and go full screen. So at this point, it should be pretty easy to replicate everything. So all we do here is we just we'd say edit here, and we went ahead and uploaded that Mercedes logo. So let's go ahead and get that. So it's in clients, and it's probably called Mercedes. There it is, Mercedes-Benz logo. Be a cool client. Then if we hit save close, so then you can go ahead and swap out all of this content as you see fit, obviously. Write whatever needs to happen there. And then like your PDF, this is actually an image. If we say edit on this, this is an image that's stored in general storage. It's called a_PDF download. So that has to be an image in place to be able to do this. But basically what we're doing here is we have a link to a PDF. And so actually I can show you like an easy way to do this. If I say I'll take this PDF out completely and I'll hit save and close. So now if we want to go ahead and we have like an image here, we want to go ahead and assign or link a PDF to that image, what we can do is say edit, and then we can say link. And oh, that's right, you'd want to know what the link is first. So you'd want to save it and then go out, upload the image, copy it, and paste it into there. So it's not too difficult, but that's basically how that's done. And then since this image up here that we got is 150 by 150, then you could probably use that same image to go out to the home page. So I'll just say edit, and again this one was in clients. I guess I went too far. There it is. Save close, and this image we would always assign in line to that, and that's how it goes out to the home page. It's a draft, so it won't show up yet. So modify, and we'll say published, save close, and then we're out on the home page. And probably have to refresh out here just to get new data coming in there. There it is, test entry. So you can click either this more or this area here, or if you click in the news, it'll take you to the home page of that news area. But there's our test entry with the document that we just kind of created there, and you can see that bottom image is not visible. A couple things about the news area is, I've taken the dates off because I know that, you know, maybe these have happened a year or two ago or whatever, and you want to make them always kind of look fresh. And by putting a date on there, it doesn't anymore, unless you want to add the date back. That's done in here. Configure this page. I've also disabled comments because you probably don't want to allow comments on a post like this. Enable comments is there if you want to bring that back, and then the date. Oh yeah. So what we've done is, it's just the drag and drop date. So it's basically, you could add this date back up in there, and it would appear kind of where everything else does, either at the top or the bottom. But something to consider with this, because these are going to be mixed in with each news item, with each blog post. So if we go to the home page, you know, we're going to see this test entry, which is in the news. And if we go earlier, it's probably more it's more of these case studies that I created. And then we're going to hit a blog post, because here's that one demo blog post that I created. So what you could do is, you know, on occasion, you could go into the news posts if you still want to kind of mix those in. And you could kind of go back here to content editing. You could say modify. And then as far as dates, you might just keep in mind kind of your other dates, but that's under options. And then if I select date, I could kind of wind back the clock and make it, you know, or I guess you would probably wind it forward to make these, you know, mix in with blog posts that probably appear more frequently than your case studies do. But of this, you know, in this example, we'll see this appear a lot earlier. Oops, I guess I didn't select the date. There we go, January 2nd. Save, close. Then if we hop back out to home, go to preview, and shift reload will clear the cache. So Mercedes should appear. We click earlier. All right, and I'll just keep going back here until we see it. There's June, January, getting close. There it is, January 2nd. So there's that one that'll appear. So in other words, if, you know, like in maybe like a month or two, you could go back and, you know, bring some of those forward, kind of mix them in a little more if you think you're seeing a lot of red instead of, so that's how you can do that. And I'll go ahead and delete that entry, since maybe Mercedes isn't one of your clients right now. So under content mode, we can just hit remove. Confirm removal, yes. All right, and then on the contact page, I do have like some placeholder content here, but if we go to structure mode, this content is in the page header. So you can go modify page header when in structure mode, and that's why I put in there. This is considered page header content to edit, you know, to edit, whatever. This is an H3, this phone number that appears there, and this is just regular paragraph text. The page title automatically appears. So you can, you know, put whatever you want there, like if you have turn-by-turn directions or something that you want to put there. So I'll say cancel at this point because I'm not sure what you're wanting to do there. And then the form elements, you should know how to do those. Those are pretty cool, pretty easy to do. And let's see if there's anything else on this page. I don't think so. Then the blog, it's going to act a lot, you know, just like the news area that we were just on. Of course, the difference is we have a date that appears on each of these. And let's see, so the alt image, if we say modify, then we should have a taxi cab image at the bottom. Yep, and that's selected as inline, and that's how you make it appear to the home page. You know, it'll go out there. If that is not there, or if it's not selected as inline, it won't go to the home page, and you would just have this text only appear. All the HTML text is actually stripped, so if you have large titles and links and things like that, what appears on the home page is text only, and that was intentional because you get some weird formatting. This way you can kind of do whatever you want within the blog post and not feel like you're going to break anything on the home page. So you can kind of write freely and format however you want to do, and then you could add 20, 30 images out here, and then you could just add the one inline image. And again, we're just calling it inline because we just use that style. And by doing that, it adds this really long information to that image, and then it pulls it out there automatically. I'll go ahead and delete this post though, because I know that I want to get things cleaned up. So I'll just say remove, confirm. And I think the rest of these were yours. So I think that's about it. Oh, your social icons and things like that. It's kind of advanced, but it's in here under website settings, code injection, and then way down here, post content. Here's where this area is down here. So, it's just another one of these things that you just want to be careful. Obviously, editing this section, but that's where all that information shows up, and other areas that are editable here. I guess this is all this is all the header code, so you don't want to obviously break any of that. On your search and indexing, you'll want to you'll want to set all this stuff up, and that's probably I guess you probably also know how to do those things. If you don't, just let me know. But that's pretty typical Squarespace stuff. Really, I guess if there's any more questions that you have, certainly get in touch. But I've kind of covered every area of the site that you're able to edit. So if you have any questions on that, just let me know. Thanks.